Yo, what's up, premium chasers? This tariff situation is obviously getting crazy, but with that craziness, there is a ton of opportunity for us option sellers. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my favorite setups and best stocks to get into because of these tariffs. Let's go. Don't forget, guys, one lucky commenter down below is gonna win a free option strategy call with me personally. So guys, today we're gonna be talking about 5 of my favorite tariff stocks that I'm looking at that can tremendously benefit on these tariffs, especially if this is going to be like a long-term battle that we're facing. Now, before we jump into that, I do want to just touch on some quick news that I think you really need to be made aware of, because I talked about this about 2 days ago, and it actually happened. So S&P 500 crossed below its 200-day moving average. It touched below its 200-day moving average. This is a very important number to watch because this doesn't happen often, okay? It usually is a sign of a bear market to come. If you look at, COVID or 2022 when we were in a bear market, right? It obviously the S&P 500 crosses below that 200-day moving average, right? So it touched it. It went just below that 200-day moving average and kind of bounced immediately back, as you're seeing here. But again, keep your eyes out on this support level. I cannot stress this enough. Usually this is a sign of a bear market, and where there's going to be a lot of great opportunity on some amazing blue chip companies. So let's get into these tariffs or tariff stocks that I want to share. I shared about 10 of these inside of our private group this morning, but I want to share a couple of them with you guys that I believe are going to be some good opportunities that I'm looking at. First one is Caterpillar. Obviously, higher tariffs on, imported machinery is going to make, Caterpillar's products a lot more enticing, right? Like, it's just supply, demand, right? Where can we get the best prices? That's going to help, right? We can actually see it. I actually had a nice bounce right at the open. We were talking about this at 9 a.m. Now, listen, these are things I'm watching. I was explaining this to everybody this morning. I am just watching. I'm not doing anything just yet. I'm waiting for setups to come to me. These tariffs, dude, we're one headline, from potentially ending it, right? And not having that. Like, this market's insane. So we have to just take our time. I'm really just watching these, especially for the next week, to see what's going to come of everything. And especially, today and over and through the weekend. So Caterpillar, obviously, you guys know, I'm sure you guys know what the company is. Great for our quad option strategy. It has a decent dividend here, which we could take advantage of. But looking at our chart here, we are below that 200-day moving average, but not by much, especially for a Caterpillar. We are below the middle Bollinger Band. So no real setups here for Cat, but we're keeping an eye on it. Okay. Next one is John Deere, guys. All right. So obviously tariffs on foreign agriculture equipment is going to drive people to use Deere, right? Like, and it's already a fantastic company, and makes tons. Their product line that they have of like agricultural equipment is insane. All right, from low ticket products to ridiculous 7-figure plus products. I was watching actually a little trade show while I was researching this, and this thing was like, I don't even know what this machine was. It was the size of a spaceship, and it did something out in the fields, right? But besides the point, John Deere, obviously great company. And there could be a massive demand for products like this, right? Especially, US made products. So let's take a look at the chart here. Again, had a nice pop. You're going to see this, right? Because again, as these tariffs are kind of becoming a thing, right? Like, you're going to start seeing these things kind of like starting to pop a bit more, right? Now, John Deere has always been, obviously a very, for the most part, stable company. But it is well above that 200-day moving average. Obviously, we would love to be opening up some cash secured puts a little bit lower, depending on what happens here. Again, this might be a play where you just buy and hold, right? Stay tuned. Obviously, that's the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with the various trade ideas and stuff. So keep an eye out on that. But again, John Deere, big one that I'm watching very, very heavily. Next one is going to be GE, right? Higher tariffs on especially on foreign-made turbines, right? This is going to blow up GE. Now, this one actually is we actually opened up a bit red here this morning. let's take a look at the chart here. So we are at, this setup is starting to look a little bit nice, right? So we're at the bottom Bollinger Band here on GE. We are working our way hopefully towards that 200-day moving average. As you guys know, in an ideal situation, the boy gets in on those two closer to that 200-day moving average, if not below. That's what I like. But these are very stable companies, right, guys? Like GE, John Deere, right? Like these are very stable companies. So beggars can't be choosers. This is a fantastic setup in my opinion. Now, the problem with not John Deere, with GE, guys, is they're still recovering a bit from like past financial struggles, right? So it's definitely more on the risky. Like the way I organize this video is like from like quote unquote safest to like riskiest, I guess. Again, they're all fantastic companies, but obviously, they stand to gain a lot with these tariffs being implemented. And moving on into our last one, and I believe this is what I believe is the biggest opportunity, and it is Boeing, guys, right? Obviously, U.S. tariffs on Chinese aerospace parts are going to increase demand for Boeing's products, okay? So, nice open here, being at down almost 2%. Love to see it. Taking a look at the chart, below that 200-day move average, below that bottom Bollinger Band. No one's going to be upset holding Boeing. Boeing ain't going away anytime soon, literally ever, right? So for me, this is probably my favorite stock to really be monitoring. I'm most likely going to add this one to my watch list and start hopefully opening up some cash secured puts on this, potentially weekly, but most likely sticking to the game plan of 30 to 45 days out. Guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. All the links are down below in the description. Make sure you go check those out. That is all the stuff about selling options and collecting premiums, but I will see you guys tomorrow.